Okay, so I'm muffled because I have my respirator on. Here's my painting setup. It is a Hy-Vee HVLP gun from Herbal Harbor Freight, connected to my compressor down there somewhere. Humongous compressor. And outdoors, so I don't have to worry about the fumes. Okay, here we have the Ovation, the Deacon tribute, all sprayed, ready to go. The back is dark colored. Try to do the brown, purple, blackish Ovation ball back, same color to tribute. And then I realized it's a color I don't like, but anyways, that's what it is. And basically I did it because of all the plugs that I had on the side. I spray coated it, clear coated it, but it didn't look good. So in order to cover it up, basically I used color. So the neck is here. So I have to sand this down and then buff it out. Here are the back plates. This is a trim cover and pretty beautiful flame maple or quilted maple. And this is the control cavity cover. So let it, just finished spraying it a few days ago, so I'm gonna let it sit for like 2 weeks before I sand it down and then polish it up, buff it up to finish it all up and install all the electronics and hardware onto this device. Okay, so the clear has been drying about 2 weeks now. There has been a total of 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 coats. And now what we're trying to do is, let's see if you could see the orange peel. So the roughness in the paint, here we go. So you can see it right at the edge of the shadow. Little pattern. Maybe in the sun you could see a little bit better. But basically the painted surface is not even. So what we're trying to do is cut the high point down so it'll be mirror smooth. Starting out with wet sanding on the 400 paper. P40, 400, sort of. And we'll take it from there, probably 400, 800, maybe 1,000, 1,500, 2,000, and then to the buffing wheel. Okay, so the guitar has been sanded from 400, 800, 1,500 to 2,000. So I don't know if the camera is doing a good job of catching the reflection, but it is getting a fairly sharp reflection, still blurry. At about 1,500, basically you're getting a light, a fuzzy sense of light. At this time, it is kind of looking reflective. Oh shucks. At 1,500 it's kind of a blur. You just kind of see the light, but then if you buff it out, it should buff out to a fairly mirror-like surface. Okay, so next up is my homemade buffing wheel. Basically, I think I got it from Grizzly. I bought a motor and I bought this, I don't know what it's called, buffing assembly. And basically I think this is a Harbor Freight buffing stand. Basically put a wood piece with a piano hinge, and basically I'm using the weight of the motor to keep the belt in tension, right? And then of course there's the on-off switch. So I'll buff it away and I'll show you what I have. Okay, so a few minutes on the buffing machine, and basically we have this mirror finish. Let's see, does the flame kind of move around? I guess it does. Okay, here's a cover, and polished with 2 grades of rouge on the buffing wheel. You can see my fence reflecting on this thing. Same thing with the guitar neck. It's completely polished. I used to use one of those foam buffing pads, but it just doesn't do it. You know, the buffing way is the way to go, although it is one of the scariest thing you use, because it's got so much torque. You'll grab the guitar out of your hand and throw it on the ground and destroy it. And that has happened a few times. See the movement in the flame here. The light is a little bit in the way, but pretty cool, huh? Here's a shot. Basically the flame moving around. So this flame wasn't enhanced or anything. Just clear coated right on top of the wood. And working on the wiring right now. So let's see. It is one volume, one tone, three-way Les Paul type selector. Each of these switches is a push-pull. So basically, let's see, it will be in series humbucking and parallel humbucking for the front and the rear pickup. So I've completed all of the main wiring, and now I have to do the individual pickup wiring. So there we go. Yeah, so I could get the series parallel effect. And it really helps to have a little scrap board or something like this where you can mount it in the correct orientation as, let's see, your hole. Basically, I put this thing underneath the opening, and then I just basically mark the position of all the holes, drill it through, and mount it on this. Makes it a lot easier to do things. Okay, finishing up on the Jazz Deacon. I'm not going to use the trem. I do like the trem, and I do like the resonance that the trem spring actually provides to the sound. So basically the trem has been set up properly, but you can see that there is a block here, wood block here, completely blocking the movement of the trem. So basically it's a fixed trem. And on the front side, let's see. The one thing that bugs me a lot is how usually the string is not parallel to the pickup, the surface of the pickup, right? So here you can see that from the fretboard to the bridge, actually the string path compared to the body is actually angled and leading away. Usually the pickups kind of mount flat, parallel with the surface of the guitar, but in this case actually it is tilted, so the rear side of the pickup is higher than sort of the front side of the pickup in both cases. And I try to make it match as close as possible to the string path, with about 2.5–3 millimeter of gap between the pickup and the string. And in this case, basically, the pickups are direct mount into the wood. I tried with a cushion, but I went the other way, and basically this is just direct mounted. So I made a wooden spacer, measured it out, sanded, take it off, going repeating a few times in order to get the correct height for the spacer. And it's mounted so the pickup actually has no movement. It is solidly mounted to the guitar. Hopefully has some kind of impact on the tone. Okay, one final detail on this guitar is all the Allen key screws. Obviously the trem block has a screw. The end, I haven't cut it all off. The end screw has a different size Allen key screw. Let's see, this is the string lock on the bridge side. That's yet another different size Allen key. And bridge height screw is also another different Allen key. So basically 4, and of course truss rod is, where is it? Yeah, I can't see. Truss rod is a different screw. So basically, you know, some of the experience I have is these do loosen up. You're tuning up, and it just keeps going flat, and you recognize that the string is slipping either here or there or something like that. Usually I do have on the headstock the Allen key set that is required for it, but this one doesn't have a headstock. So basically what I did, and the reason I had to make this magnetic is because I have the Allen key hidden in here, the 4 that is necessary. This is the Goto Allen keys holder. I didn't need one of them. It was the wrong one, but I needed this really tiny one. This is for the bridge height, which I won't, need during live performance. But since I have most of them here, anyways, I basically drilled another hole into this thing and put it in there. So basically, I have access to that screw. So, anyways, so we got the back cover is basically the same as the top. The jack is on the underside or the back side of the guitar. So basically, I haven't put on the strap buttons yet, but it'll go out here, and then the strap button should come here. So it's basically held down by the strap. By the way, that is the stand that I have yet to make. This won't stand. It doesn't have a headstock to support it, nor is it flat on this side to support it. So let's see if I get a overall shot. Okay, got my logo in here. This is a push-pull. So parallel serial for the humbuckers. And I guess that's it. Thanks for watching. Here you go. Does make a sound.